Hi, it's me again with CorelDraw Tips and Tricks, and if you watch the other two videos in this, you'll kind of understand what I'm doing. If you didn't, you need to watch parts 1 and 2. I drew it at an angle. To add to it would be a lot easier if it was flat and level. So how do we level that out? Let's put an indexing line, put it in the center of the page, and then let's move, well, right there to that intersection. It's pretty hard to see right now, but then when we double click on it, if we move our rotation to that joint, and we're really close, we don't have to be dead on yet, because we need to kind of get it close. Now let's look how close we are to the joint, and we are almost dead on. There we go, we're dead on. Now, get your center rotation and put it right in the middle of that. Matter of fact, it might be better to just put it on one of those corners. And then while you have it in that rotation, you're going to click off, but if you double click on it again, you'll get your rotation back. And we need to kind of zoom in. See there, you can tell you've got a rotation. And we need to, let's zoom in a little more. You can't really tell, but we need to get that corner right there. Now we should be level all the way across. And we're not. I moved a little bit somehow. Maybe I didn't have the rotation on. So we're good. I can't zoom in all the way, I guess, because I need to see that rotation. Now we have our rotation. Grab that node in that corner and rotate it there. So now we're level all the way across. How do we add to this? Now, I added the male parts that are going to go in the female parts right there. That was very easily done. But we need to know, and if we nudge it, we need to know how easy it is. So I'm going to bring in indexing lines, and I'm going to go from the top of that node to the inside of that one. Let's zoom in here so we can see it. Grab that node and put it right there. There's what we need to go to. Now, taking your parallel dimension tool, start on that edge and then start moving it down, but hold down your control button so you will remain perpendicular. And we're at 267. Oh, never mind. I needed to go to the top of this one. Let's just make sure we're good there. We're good there. Let's remeasure it. Just take that away. And we need to measure between these two lines. Parallel dimension tool, and if you hold down your control button, you'll get a perpendicular line, and see what I'm saying? It'll move like in 15-degree increments. So our nudge factor is 5.4. Let's go a little more detail. 5.398. I've already got it in there. 5.398. Control D and make your duplicate, or hit the plus key on your keyboard. And there you have a dead-on match of the item. Control D again and just move it down, and you could have as many as you wanted, as big as you wanted. And then take the whole thing and weld it. It might take a little bit of time, and it's already done it. It's amazingly quick how it welds everything. And then always test with your Smart Fill tool. So this, to me, would be the easiest way to fill in and make it bigger. Takes on just a second because Corel's having to run Smart Fill through all those lines. But if everything is right, you're ready to go. And that would cut out. Now, you know, if you wanted it symmetrical, you could take this one. We welded it together, but you could go to Object and break curve apart, and then you could delete. Probably have to go to Object and ungroup. Well, let's grab it all. Huh. There we go. It's actually gone. It was just grabbing it all. And then you would get rid of these mill parts. Well, you know, it's welded. I didn't ever think about that. And it was welded in the first place. So to me, the best way to get rid of them is just to cut these things out. And you could do that very easily with the just a 2-point line and go from that node to that node and that node to that node. And then when you take your virtual segment delete key, it'll delete those. Now, after you do that, let's just do it one more time. After you do that, you would need to smart fill it again, and I'll show you why. Take your virtual segment delete key and just delete through here. If you don't do that, you're going to have these separate lines. So I've taken 2 of the 5 out. Let's take our smart fill tool and let's zoom in here. Fill this in. Of course, it's going to take just a little bit. But there's your new, this would make a really good air duct intake. And you can see how it worked. And now with your smart fill tool picked, this one is now it's all one piece again, and those little pieces are not there. There we go. So those little pieces that we took out are no longer there. It's all one piece. Pretty easy geometrical design that would really pretty easy to make if you stay tuned or watch the first 2. Hope that helped. Thank you for watching.